In the heart of the Vatican's archives lies a hidden room, untouched by time, where whispers of an ancient pact between the Church and the Illuminati first began to echo. This secret alliance would go on to shape centuries of world events, cloaked beneath the veil of religion and secrecy. High above the chapel, a hooded monk pores over ancient blueprints, decoding secret geometries woven into cathedrals. These structures were never designed for worship alone, but as instruments of influence, control, and hidden energy channels unknown to the public. By candlelight, a cloaked cardinal signs a decree hidden from the world, forged not in faith, but in power. His trembling hand confirms the Church's silent vow to the Illuminati, a pact that would direct doctrine and destiny for generations to come. In the depths of a forgotten monastery, a scroll is discovered. Its faded ink reveals a prophecy linking the resurrection of the Illuminati to the Church's own rise. The symbols etched beside it seem older than time itself, untouched by decay and radiating a strange energy. In the dead of night, a procession moves through the Vatican gardens, not of pilgrims, but of chosen guardians of an ancient secret that must never reach the surface. The moonlight reveals robes marked with cryptic signs and movements, guided by an old celestial code. A chamber beneath the Holy See glows faintly as solar symbols ignite upon the altar symbols that predate Christianity, yet remain central to its hidden doctrine. Here, rituals are performed that few priests ever witness, bridging two belief systems into one powerful force. Across medieval Europe, seemingly sacred cathedrals form a perfect pentagram when mapped, revealing a design far more sinister than divine. Each cathedral a beacon, each spire a signal, all connected by ancient knowledge too dangerous for daylight. A noble child is led into a candlelit chamber, blindfolded, and made to swear allegiance not only to the Holy Cross, but to a symbol behind the altar, an eye within a pyramid. His oath will bind his bloodline to the shadows forever. Crackling flames rise as monks burn forbidden books titles that questioned the Church's infallibility and hinted at its dark alliance with ancient orders. In the smoke, hidden symbols briefly appear before vanishing into ash. A forgotten vault creaks open beneath the Vatican library, revealing relics bearing both crucifixes and symbols of the all-seeing. Evidence of a dual faith kept buried for centuries. Scrolls, maps, and medallions lie untouched, their power quietly humming. In a forgotten chapel hidden beneath the Vatican, robed figures move in silence around an ancient solar symbol carved into the floor. Torches flicker as a chant echoes through stone walls, an invocation not to God, but to power beyond the Church's surface teachings. An astronomer assigned to the Vatican Observatory scans the stars, but not for divine signs. His charts show hidden alignments used to time ancient Illuminati rituals, where celestial events determined when power would shift across empires. A Jesuit priest, isolated in his cell, carefully turns a cipher wheel, revealing a message encrypted centuries ago. His eyes widen as the words speak not of salvation, but of control, surveillance, and a secret doctrine far from public sermons. Behind a sealed corridor, a crumbling fresco reveals a shocking image, a pyramid crowned by a radiant eye, surrounded by Latin script. The motto, Lux in Tenebris, light and darkness, hints at the Church's secret devotion to knowledge kept from its flock. Dust rises as Napoleon's troops pry open a hidden archive beneath the Vatican. Inside, scrolls, letters, and artifacts paint a picture of an institution deeply entwined with the Illuminati, long before wars rewrote their roles in history. As dawn breaks over Rome, Vatican officials hurriedly burn a collection of aged correspondence. The letters speak of influence, manipulation, and allegiance signed with names history has erased. The flames consume more than paper, they destroy a version of truth. A woman cloaked in a nun's habit clutches a pendant bearing the Illuminati. Her face is calm, but her mission dire: to protect a relic that bridges to worlds one holy, one hidden bow, claiming divine authority over humanity. Deep beneath the Vatican's stone floors, a mechanical lock releases with a hiss. Inside, a dark chamber reveals a star chart, unlike any other, aligning not with constellations of worship, but with symbols of dominion and arcane knowledge. A faded photo from the 1920s shows bishops in quiet conference. Most appear ordinary, but one wears a ringa triangular crest with an eye. The photo was never meant for the public eye, and the room it captured no longer exists. In a hidden Vatican lab of the 1930s, priests in white robes study pulses of energy from strange devices. Symbols cover the walls, crosses alongside occult runes as experiments blur the lines between faith, science, and something far more secretive. After World War II, shadowy clerics meet in silence. Their topic is not scripture, but strategy: how best to control rising political powers. Their goal, to ensure that no matter who leads the world, the true influence remains behind a Vatican curtain. In a sleek modern archive, a young researcher finds a folder mislabeled Lux Edit. Inside are diagrams, confessions, and a timeline of popes connected to clandestine events that history never recorded. Her discovery will never reach the public. At night, an infrared drone reveals movement beneath St. Peter's Basilica. Hidden tunnels show signs of activity, ritual markings, footsteps in dust, and faint vibrations as if something ancient is stirring below the heart of the church. Alone in a private chamber, a modern pope watches a grainy projection, rituals of old, cloaked figures, and incantations. He closes his eyes, not in prayer, but in remembrance of a legacy few dare to acknowledge. Inside the fortified vaults of the Vatican Bank, gold bars glisten under dim light, some bear engraved eyes and strange markings. This is wealth, not only of nations, but of silence, currency for keeping truths hidden from the world. A narrow hallway inside the Vatican glows as a black light reveals symbols invisible to the naked eye. These markings form a path, one used by those initiated into knowledge forbidden to the faithful, passed down in whispers and code. As cameras pan across the Sistine Chapel, no one sees the hidden figures painted behind the altar. But when the light hits just right, messages appear, names, dates, warnings designed by artists who knew the truth but dared not speak it aloud. In a darkened Vatican conference room, a hologram flickers to life. It projects a timeline of popes, wars, and global crises, linked to a hidden order working in tandem with the Church since its earliest days. The projection ends with a warning. In the final chamber, the current pope stands before a relic cloaked in velvet. He removes the cloth, revealing a symbol carved in stone, the forbidden seal of Veritas. As he seals the vault, we are left wondering what truths remain locked away. This is not the church you learned about. This is a saga of hidden power, of alliances carved in darkness. The line between light and shadow has always blurred in the halls of faith. The question is, how much of history is still hidden? If this opened your eyes, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.